Welcome back to 18 News Time once again for our weekly visit to the Dubois County Humane Society on Worthing Road in Jasper, and we have ourselves a hound that you will not believe. This is Todd. I don't know what else to describe about Todd other than he's obviously a massive dog, beautiful dog though, well behaved, and 4-year-old, which is about, you said about 75, 80 pounds roughly.
Right. Anyway,
Donna, fill us in on Todd here.
Sure. He was a stray. He was found on the highway, had lots of ticks, lots of fleas, very, very hungry, very, very thirsty. We found him back in June. And so he's been with us for a little bit. He's all cleaned up. He's fully vetted. And when we say fully vetted, he's been neutered. He's gotten all of his shots, worms, everything. He's heartworm negative. As you see, he loves his toy.
And he loves IU, apparently.
And he loves IU. But I bet if to put Purdue down there, he'd fall in love with Purdue, too. So he's a non-discriminatory dog. But he does love his pets. His toys. He is an American foxhound, and what that is, and we haven't gotten him genetically tested, but what that means is everything that we see and all his indications shows that he probably is. He was somebody's dog that we don't know the story behind it, but they sure are missing a good dog. He was not neutered. He was not microchipped when we found him. So we just don't know anything except he's ours now, and we want him to be yours. Todd is... being a foxhound, he is a nose dog, so his nose will be to the ground. He is high energy, but very docile, as you see. When he's tired, then this is all he wants to do. Typical hound dog.
I was going to say, he was just wound up as can be before we started, and looks like now he's fired him up again, but I should have kept my mouth shut. But well behaved, needless to say, of course, too.
Very, very well behaved. One thing about foxhounds is and when you think about it, foxhounds go hunting for foxes and they lead the horses. So they think that they got to be in front. And as a human here, we grab his little chain here. Get over here. And he's spilling water.
Yeah.
You're not showing off very
Meanwhile,
well,
ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. We'll put a saddle on this boy.
Yeah,
but anyway, so foxhounds, they usually like to lead. And so, of course, being with a family, we have to teach them, no, you're not the leader. You get to be a follower. Our group who have worked with him and socialized with him, they said he would be an excellent pet for somebody who loves to bicycle or loves to run, because he can keep up with the best of them. And he can go long distances, which is typical for a foxhound or an American foxhound. So if you know somebody, or you are that person who loves to go bicycling, maybe a triathlon person, something like that, this is the guy you want with you. Number one, who's going to mess with you with this big boy beside you? Mm-hmm. And number two, he is very loyal. Foxhounds are extremely loyal. He's excellent with children. Excellent with children. The only thing that they do recommend with any foxhound, we haven't discovered it with Todd, but small animals, their instinct may kick in and they may want to pursue the small animal, because that's what foxhounds do. They
Such as a squirrel, a rabbit, or whatnot,
yes,
or
even a cat.
Probably, yeah, I was going to say, at least even a cat.
Right. They usually get along well with other large dogs because they're pack animals. Yeah. And as you see, he is one strong boy. Look at those muscles on him. But anyway, we would love for you to come in and see Todd or any of our animals. Once again, I want to show you. See the white tip on his tail? I don't know if you remember the show we had, but any hound dog that's thoroughbred, that's one of the very first things I look at. If they have a white tip on their tail, that's a true indication of they're probably thoroughbred.
Okay, great. Any programs you want to go touch upon real quickly,
Absolutely.
Donna?
It's hot outside.
Oh, yeah.
It's hot. So please, we beg you, make sure all the animals have plenty of water. Food, of course, and shade, but cool water is mandatory. Also, Straßenfest is coming up, and it's loud and it's noisy. So if you have a dog that is scared of loud noises, such as like the 4th of July or something, make sure that you prepare for that for your animals, because it will scare him. The dog's on the wrong side of the camera now.
Jesse's prying his mouth open, too.
You silly dog. But anyway, so keep that in mind. If your dog is skittish, remember Straßenfest is coming up, and make sure that there's other festivals in other communities. Keep that in mind for your festival in your community as well.
Okay, and one other thing about Straßenfest is that folks who are planning to go down to the square for next week's Straßenfest on the downtown square or anything else, pets are not allowed. Pets are actually not allowed unless they are service animals, service dogs or whatnot of any kind. So otherwise, speaking of dogs, cats, whatever, keep them at home if you plan on visiting the square in downtown Jasper next week.
Yes, I'm glad you mentioned that because people say, well, they're part of the family, and this is a family organization. You're right, they are part of your family, but you don't bring all your family to all the activities, and the dogs and the cats are not welcomed at the festivals because there's people who are afraid of them, who are allergic, who have issues, there's food involved.
There could be an unfortunate incident.
There could be a very unfortunate incident. We just don't need to be put in the paper, do we?
Right.
So, anyway, the bottom line is be good to your animals, take good care of your animals, and make sure they have the cool water. Protect them if they're scared of loud noises or sudden anything. And think about Todd if you want a running buddy or a biking buddy or something like that. Two things. We have our Pets Alive transports coming up. They're always the second and third Tuesday of second, third Monday of every month. So August 8th, August 15th. For cats, it's $45. That includes the rabies. For dogs, it's $75, and that includes the rabies.
Okay, great. Well, Donna, thanks a lot for joining us this week, and best of luck to Todd. Again, and of course, information on Todd and all the other animals available for adoption here at the Dubois County Humane Society are available on their Facebook page, as well as, of course, their website, DuboisCountyHumane.org, as well as PetFinder.com. So lots of avenues you can go by, folks, to find anything and everything you need to know about who's here and what's here at the Dubois County Humane Society. So once again, Donna, thank you very much for being with us. Thanks a lot for watching. Stay tuned. Weather's next.